Hi Devyn, I'm looking at your brochure here. It looks good. I think when constructing this got a little bit confusing. But I can see, it looks good though. I mean, I do like this graphic. There were some problems with maybe these background colors not quite meeting up, and it's probably because you we're trying to clip everything out. So it did, I think it ended up getting complicated for you. I have the template over the top of this too, which is, you have to unlock that. But, so moving these colors over is not as simple as you might like it to be, but there are some problems with these seams not quite matching up, so there's kind of like a white line, I guess you could say. So maybe going in and trying to fix that. Of course, then it throws a lot of different things off. So this started, I can see how this maybe was starting to get a little bit messy for you, and hard to work with. I mean, one thing that maybe would have helped with that is if these two things were like this and this were built together, and then with the white fill in them. And then you wouldn't have had to have clipped all these shapes out. You could have just had a solid block of color underneath that with that graphic over the top. That would be probably a PNG file so that it was transparent. And then you might have still had to clip this one to get it to work the way you wanted it to, but at least you wouldn't have had to create all of these. They could have all been just one solid block underneath a PNG file where this was included and this was included, and they both had white filled in, and that might have been a little bit more simple of a way to construct it. Let's see. But yeah, it does look good. It's just these white seams, which I can see why that ended up happening, because the graphic was just hard to work with. And then it looks like most of your stuff is coming out to the bleed on this page, which is good, except for these things, but I can see why you did that. These ones did not come out to the bleed, like this. We probably wanted to, maybe bring this all the way out to the bleed. All the way to the bleed line, which is also kind of maybe a little bit hard to do because you've started clipping out shapes and stuff. So technically this image of the hiker should go all the way to this red line over here, in an ideal situation. But I like how you created all these images, probably in Photoshop maybe, and you put the logo over the top of them and stuff. They look good. And your text looks pretty good too. It's all in different text boxes, which I guess is fine. This one might be missing a little bit of information. And this is spelled wrong, which is my bad. If you do edit spelling and make sure dynamic spelling is checked, if you push W, you can see the red, and it'll tell you, it'll give you an idea of what might be spelled wrong. Some of it comes up as red and it's not actually misspelled, but yeah, overall though, really good job on this. It looks pretty good. It's just these seams, and then some of the bleed issues here, like this should come all the way up to the bleed line, and so should the image underneath it. Same with this one, and over to the edge there too. But overall it does look really pretty good. So good job on that, and I hope that you have a good winter break.